Tapped in exclusive. We are the internet.
Yeah, I know what the
bitch.
fuck going
Tapped In Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Melody, joined today by Rah Swish. And we got Juju, of course. Thanks for fucking showing up, first of all. In the middle of this corona shit, you
Thanks
know?
for inviting me.
Like, have you been, how has that, like, affected your life at all, if at all?
I mean, shit is crazy now, you know, like, you really can't do nothing. Like, everything you used to doing, like, it's just put on hold. Like, even just as much as going outside, it's like, you gotta wear a mask, or when you in New York, it's like the police stopping you, like, yo, why you outside? Like, you got curfew and shit, so shit is just crazy now. Like, it's nothing I expected.
When's the last time you were in New York?
Damn, I was in New York, like, a week and a half ago.
Oh, shit, so you were there real recent.
Yeah.
And was it, like,
How about that, like?
was it, like, really fucking shut down because of all the COVID shit?
I mean, yeah, it's shut down, but you know, niggas don't listen. So if you go to the hood, you gonna see niggas outside. But
regular
definitely,
shit.
like, all the stores is shut down, like all the food spots and shit, everything closed. So shit is whack.
The corner store, the bodegas is not closed though. You can still get it. What they call
I
it?
mean, yeah, the
What,
corner
a
store.
bacon, egg, and cheese. What they call
You
it?
definitely can get a bacon, egg, and cheese, but you gotta go to the right spot. You gotta know, you feel me? The ox, you gotta know if they gangster, they gonna keep their shit open. The regular niggas, they not having their shit open.
You can get your shit out back. They like, we got you.
That's, I mean, whatever you got to do. That makes sense. So you came back. How recently? Like you said, a week ago?
Yeah, I was out for. I mean, I came back a week and a half.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And so you're lucky because you actually just dropped a project.
Yeah.
But if you had to be making music like in a studio and shit, you'd be pretty fucked right now with COVID, right?
Yeah, so that, like, my whole project was done probably as soon as this shit hit. So it was like I ain't really have to go to the studio. But I do got my own personal studio in New York though. So
Oh, okay. So you have your own
But
shit.
yeah, it was still good that for me I had it already because it would have been crazy.
I know.
The engineer here or these people
Yeah.
been too much. So
Right.
it played out good.
That's yeah.
I got a quick question. You said you got your own studio. Do you feel like that's really important to have if you're gonna be making music?
I feel like if you don't got your own studio, at least have
I'm
like a type of situation where you can
can
go
record?
and, yeah, you can record when you feel like it, because it be certain shit I just be going through and I'm like, oh no, like I need to rap about this, or you feel me, this shit on my mind now, let me get up and go to the studio instead of just having to book it and then wait and then see if the studio is free this day and shit like that.
And
So,
trying to rush the process while you gotta be in those hours just in
Yeah.
case you get sidetracked or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. I always ask that question when I always hear people have like studios and shit, and I always ask them, how vital do you feel like that is to like your whole overall process and your money making? Like, do you suggest it to other people?
I definitely suggest it. Like, for me, you do what's best for you in your situation, but
Right.
if you could do that, definitely do it.
In terms of Woo Forever, when did you think you had that album actually wrapped up? Like, were you done last year type shit, or were you recording up until you dropped it?
Nah, I really did that whole project. It was complete in about a month and a half. Like, and I didn't even really know that I had a project done. It was just I was just recording.
Just so
And then I
much
was
you
like,
had
oh
shit.
shit, I got about 30 songs. I could make a project. Like, for me,
Yeah,
let's pick what I
yeah.
got and then make the project. So that's how it really came about. But I was in the groove, like just recording and recording and recording. So then
Right.
came up with that.
So we know that obviously you're from Brooklyn. Growing up, like, when did you actually start making music?
My first time really like making a song was like some freestyle shit, and I was in like 2015. And basically, like, my brothers, like, for me, cause I played football and shit. So when I was playing football and shit, they was doing what they was doing, and then they was rapping and shit. So when my situation fell off with that, I came back, and for me, I was back running the streets and shit, and I was just like, fuck it, y'all rapping. Let me see what I could do. And then this shit actually worked for me. I was like, oh no, I could rap. And then we just started building our name from there, and then now we here.
So that's 2015.
Yeah.
So basically, because I know that you were apparently, according to like all the shit that I've read, you were like a crazy wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
And you got an injury or something,
Yeah,
right?
My senior year, I broke my shoulder in a fucking scrimmage, like, so.
You broke your shoulder in scrimmage.
Yeah, and then what happened, like, I broke my shit, and I was supposed to be out for the season if I would've got the surgery, but I didn't get the surgery.
Oh,
And
shit.
then You feel me? Shout out to my son, Coach Lambert. I lied to him, and I was saying I was going to physical therapy, but I wasn't.
But you were, yeah.
So I was acting like my shit was better, and then me and my mother, we was just in the crib rapping my shoulder, doing certain shit, and I came back my senior season, week 6, and I just played the rest of the season with a broken shoulder.
Holy shit.
How
That's some
was
real
that?
football shit.
You said
Like
how was
fucking
it?
Yeah, like
rub
could
some
you-
dirt
could
on
you-
it and
like,
keep fucking playing.
Did you like have to take pills and shit for the pain? Like to get through it? You was popping perks early in the game.
That's the
He was
first
like,
time you started
"Ah, you
using
popped that
perks.
perk leg. Oh, it's like, ah.
I didn't even know, like, for me, the doctor prescribed me, like, Percocets,
On your TO
Vicodin.
shit.
Yeah.
Little couple of shit, they prescribed me some shit, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take it. Every game, I was fucking hurt. I was crying. For me, I just wasn't trying to let nobody see it. I was like, fuck it, I gotta play. And then we ended up winning the championship that year, so I was like, for me, the shit paid off.
Did it end up, was it, I know this is stupid to ask, but how did it affect your play? Did it really like diminish your numbers and shit?
There's no way.
Hell yeah. I couldn't even, when I came back, because in New York, like, for me, we played two sides of the ball. So I was a wide receiver, but when I broke my shoulder, I was only able to play defense. So I played corner. So I played cornerback, and I just, feel me? Because I couldn't
that-
really raise my hand to catch the ball.
Right.
So I had to play corner and shit
So you
like
still
that.
got that dub though. Got to take it to the
definitely.
championship.
Being in Brooklyn and playing ball, like let's pretend you didn't get injured. Where would you want to end up in the NFL at that time?
In the NFL? Or,
Yeah.
I
Let's
mean,
say you were gonna
what
get to the
team?
NFL. You're a wide
what
receiver.
team would I want to be on?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, it don't matter. I don't give a fuck. Where we come from is like to make it out, you made it. So I don't got no preference. As long as I make it,
Right.
I'm there. So you feel me? From there, it was just trying to get to college, and then
Right.
I ain't really have NFL dreams. But if
Right.
I was to make the NFL, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm here to do
So
my
you wouldn't
job.
have any
That's it.
like loyalty to like Brooklyn in that situation.
Why
You
we
wouldn't
got
want to
no-
be
we
like
got no team in Brooklyn.
no. I mean, because no, I'll tell you what. Because my dad's from Jersey and he roots for the fucking Jets. So I grew up a Jets
But
fan.
That's why.
But
Like
I
we
know
said,
people-
like, Jersey. That's where they play at. They
Right,
don't
East
play in New
Rutherford,
York. So
right.
me,
Right.
I'm a New York nigga. We don't got no football
No.
field, no stadium. So I'm gonna tell you, I don't care because the New York Giants and New York Jets play in New Jersey.
In East Rutherford, but then there's also the Bills. So I don't know if did you even care growing up?
The Bills is like upstate. Like, we don't really consider
You don't
that
even
New
count
York.
Buffalo.
That's not really New York. Shout out to the Buffalo people
Yeah.
shit, but we don't really consider that New York really. So it was
Wow.
just really, I don't really have a favorite team.
Yeah.
I just, for me, I go with the flow.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. Like, you know, growing up, did you have a fucking favorite team? You know, crazy. So you get injured. You start making music at what was that? 17?
How was that? Yeah, around that age.
Around that age?
I have a question. Like, who told you to come to, like, who came to you and told you to like take this shit serious? Like, you got something.
Is he here?
So
Is that?
right there. You feel me? Niggas, it was really all of them because we all made music at a point, and then it was just like we all need to take it serious, and then whoever it worked for, once we break through, we gonna bring each other up.
That's the plan, right?
Yeah, so that's basically how it went. Once we seen certain shit happening, we was like, all right, now it's time to take it serious. We not just rapping for the hood. We just not rapping for the bitches. We rapping for real
To
now.
rap, yeah.
This is a business here.
Yeah.
I like that. See, look, I always like to look at situations like that, like create opportunities for your team and your back home friends. If they willing to play their part and get shit done, like build it up. You know what I'm saying? Always present the opportunity. Keep that money in house.
Definitely.
So at what point would you consider like your life became all about rapping? Like about what time was that, you feel like?
Shit. A couple of months ago. Like,
That's when you like were I gotta just
yeah, 'cause
rap
it's
and
like,
focus on this shit.
I've been rapping for a while, but I always had to deal with like real life shit, so I could never really just focus on rapping. Like I'm gonna only rap, like you feel me?
Right.
We rapping, but we still gotta find a way to make some type of money.
Right.
We still gotta find a way to live. Like you feel me? We not trying to just be sitting in mommy crib all day, or we not trying to just be.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was still other shit I had to do while I rap. So, but a couple months ago, it really was like, all right, let me lock in and really do this.
Yeah.
And it should end up paying off. So I'm
Right.
proud that I did do that.
Now you actually ended up so after fucking high school and shit, you ended up leaving the house, right? You moved out kind of early.
Yeah, after I see, yeah, I moved out. Like, cause I had went upstate to junior college, and then they didn't have dorms, so I had to get my own crib. You feel me? And then I just always
was a
stayed
wrap
out.
from there.
Yeah, I just always stayed out.
You're like, I'm never going
yeah,
home.
like,
It's
I can't
on
go
from
back home.
here.
Now, before, obviously now you're just rapping. Before that, though, did you ever hold any like fucking jobs that you hated that pushed you to want to rap and make money other ways?
Nah, I never had a job before.
You never had 9 to 5.
Nah, I never had a 9 to 5.
Not once.
The only thing
The
I
mall,
respect that.
grocery
That is
store,
amazing.
like nothing like
nah,
that.
I never. I did summer youth 1 year, like just work like.
There you go.
But that wasn't. I wouldn't really consider. I used to never go to that shit. Like my mother used to be like, "Yeah, go to that shit." I never go.
Did
Like,
you go once?
Yeah, I went like 3 times,
Was it-
4 times.
What was
You
it?
got a funny story about when you went?
I had to basically take like the little daycare kids to the park and do shit like that. But you feel me? It was in the hood, so I knew all the little kids. I ain't never watched them or nothing. Like,
You just kind of let them
I
run.
just go play or whatever. I'm gonna go call the homies, come to the park. We gonna chill. Whenever it's time to wrap up, we out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only job I had.
Early on when you were like making music, you know, and I'm assuming this was all in Brooklyn. Did you link up with anyone at the time, like that was from Brooklyn or in New York, that like kind of, you know, helped you shape your music at all?
I wouldn't say help me shape my music. I just say like
Or linked with?
once I started rapping and then you feel me, like the whole rest, like everybody was rapping.
Yeah.
I definitely linked up with a couple people, like rest in peace my brother Pop Smoke. You feel me?
R.I.P. Yeah.
He feel me, I met him before he started rapping and I was just really beginning, but you feel me?
Right.
As he came along, that was for me, we was together. Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, those are my dogs from Brooklyn. You feel me? Once
Wow.
they was making their movement, I was making my
Shout out
move. We
to those
linked up.
guys.
For me, a couple people, Freddie Luciano, So Geek. Who else? I'm missing a lot. I can't say his name everybody because they was like, yo, bro, why you ain't name
Why
me?
did you leave me out of that
it's
shit?
It's a lot of them though, but nah, definitely
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Like I could say, like for the most part, we stick together. Like
Yeah.
we all doing the right thing.
Everybody came together making music at each other's crib or wherever, studio, wherever
Yeah.
it may be. Everybody was linking up. That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
I really like Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Everybody,
Definitely
the
shout
whole
out to
area.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We got the spotlight right now.
And
Definitely.
so you said you have a studio back in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you record here at all or no?
Yeah. I'm about to go to the studio after this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got a favorite place that you go to?
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
It's just, you feel me? Like
You're just kind of
every-
fucking around.
Wherever I go, it's like I make it my home. So it's like I don't really got a favorite spot yet. All the engineers is good. Like I feel
Yeah.
comfortable everywhere. They cater to you way better out here than in New York though.
You
Like
can smoke.
Oh, you think
everywhere,
so?
you
you
can
can
smoke.
chill.
Hell yeah. New York studios,
What's-
they don't
what's
give, they
the
don't
New
give a
York
fuck
vibe?
about you. They just, I don't know. They just there. Like out here is like it's real pleasant.
Hospitality,
Everybody
yeah.
nice. Like real
Get
hospitality
cookies and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Shout out
funny
to all
as
the
fuck.
studios that serve up cookies, man.
Yeah,
That
shout
shit
out
is-
LA
yeah.
Studios.
So, but nah, definitely.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. So you connected with a bunch of people
Mm-hmm.
growing up. Was there anybody that you like crossed paths with that you didn't end up making music with that you wanted to, or
Nah, I wouldn't say nobody.
no?
Everybody I wanted to make music with, I either still have the chance to make music with them
Or-
that came up
yeah.
from Brooklyn, or
Yeah.
just wasn't meant to be. So we ain't never do nothing.
Right.
But
Were there other New York rappers that you wanted to link up with that you hadn't?
Yeah, like who do you want to work with? Not just in New York or whoever. Like whoever, who's like somebody.
The man over there.
shit, who I want to work with?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I just want to work with the niggas that's working.
I feel
Feel
you.
me? Like
Wow, that's like the first time anyone said that.
I want to work with the people that's working. So, feel
Yeah.
me? I ain't really gonna specify no names. It's just
What you listening to? Like what's on your playlist right now besides yourself?
a lot of Pop Smoke,
Okay.
and then after that, I listen to some more Pop Smoke.
Old Pop Smoke.
Feel me?
Yeah.
And then my boy right there, Zay G. He coming next. He in my playlist. And then as far as industry wise,
Yeah.
I mean I listen to a lot of T Grizzly. For me,
Shout
that's,
out, yeah.
that's my dogs right there.
He got his new shit is slapping for sure.
Crazy. We was just playing that on the way here. Listen to a lot of Lil Durk,
Dirk,
Shout
shout
out
out
Dirk.
Dirk, man.
G
Shout-
Herbo,
Herbo, all those guys. man.
Baby. Like that's like my top ones right there.
That's dope, man. That's for sure, for sure.
Speaking of Pop Smoke, how do you feel about the album cover? I feel like that's been extremely debated online right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't-
Do you think he would have liked it knowing him personally?
Yeah.
he's so different. I can't even answer that because
Yeah.
he the type to be like, yo, it's different, so I like it. Like you feel me? Like they
Shit.
they they expect me to go crazy, but
Yeah.
this regular. So I like for me. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
I really
Virgil
can't. It's
did.
like
He might lean into it.
yeah,
and
he
be
might.
Like, this shit's
He might wake
fire.
up and be
That
like,
could have been the difference, though. That's the crazy part about energy, man. And it's like, it's just crazy, man. Like it only takes one thing to set it to go in your direction. You get what
Exactly.
I'm saying? And that's good that you say that. That you don't even know what he would have did. He was just different like that. He can make his mind up. He wouldn't have fucked with her. He might would have fucked with it. It's crazy.
Have you heard the whole album? Can you say that?
I heard like 80% of the album.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, I didn't hear the new album.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna say that I didn't hear the new album, but some of the songs that he recorded, I was around for, so I know the songs. I don't know the complete songs, but I do know
But you heard,
most of the songs. Yeah, so I know what they're here for. It's definitely gonna be dope. Like, he gonna do his thing. He always do his thing. I don't think he really disappointed us yet, so it ain't gonna start now.
Right. Well, in terms of your project that you just dropped, you said you had wrapped that up like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And so how long did it take you to actually make that? Because you said it was like a month and a half
That's
of
how
work.
long it took.
But no, right. But you didn't have like anything in the chamber before that. It was just that month and a half.
Nah, yeah, I did. I had shit in the chamber, but like that time period, it was just go for me. Like I had just lost Pop.
Right.
Feel me? Corona happened right after
Yeah.
that, so it was like everything was just going on. I had no choice but to be
Make
stuck in the
music,
studio. Like I ain't
Make something happen.
I ain't have no other comfort but just locking myself in the studio and then just going crazy. So
Is there
all
any
I-
producers or anything like that you was working with heavy?
yeah, it's one of my producers, young producer named H2O. He up and coming.
H2O?
Yeah.
All right, shout out
so
H2O.
shout out H2O. He working, you feel me? He in the studio with me all the time, cooking up beats and shit. So
Yep.
for me, my tape, the project, I actually do have a couple producers for me because I was fishing around with them. But my upcoming shit is definitely gonna be a lot of him because we just
You guys
working.
found a like a little pocket and y'all just vibing out in it right
we
now.
built a lot of chemistry. He know how I want to sound, and then the little switch ups I be doing, I just explain it to him. He cook it up real fast. So definitely, that's one of the
good,
producers
man.
right there.
Do you think it's kind of fucking like underrated, like having a go-to producer?
Definitely, like I didn't really believe in that until I was able to see it, and I was like, nah, this shit really work because it's like when you just choose from a whole bunch of producers and shit, like they don't really know you, then they don't know your sound, so when you trying to pick beats or they sending you a pack, it's like shit just everywhere.
It's just random.
Yeah, but when you got that producer that know you, that know your vibe,
Right.
and you just explain like, yo, bro, I want this type of sound, and then
Right.
it's there, and then they able to cook it up in front of you, and then if you don't like it,
Change it.
yeah, you feel me, shit
Yeah.
like that. So that's definitely beneficial.
Yeah, I always say that like every artist has like a architect or like somebody behind them that helps them tailor their sound and get comfortable in their shit and not get in their bag and just go crazy. And I'm glad that you finding that person and y'all growing y'all shit together because that's dope right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been made clear, like with fucking like even like Freddie Gibbs when he fucking did a whole album with Madlib. It was like a classic. Did a whole
love
album with
Freddie Gibbs.
Alchemist. I'm just saying, you got to look at that. You know, like if you make a project top to bottom with like a fucking with one producer, it always sounds different. It sounds like you're on the same page for 10 songs.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
It's a lot of people who got that fire. Who did Currency and what Cardo or something like that, or was it something like that? I think they did some fire shit. But even like all that old Wiz shit, when he had what's the dude? Was it Cardo too? They had some fire mixtapes back in the day. You feel me? But
Like you said, it's chemistry.
Yeah,
You know?
Definitely the chemistry.
It's just not random fucking beat pack 3, and then you just fucking
Definitely.
go through and pick which one you like.
No cap.
You know, like that shit sucks for
Yeah,
sure.
That shit is definitely whack.
So I think this is a good time to take out the tapped in wheel and just let them fuck around. You got it under there?
Don't fuck around.
Boom. Tapped in wheel. Gotta present it. Okay, boom. Put it right there.
So you could just spin it and see what you get.
See what you
So
get.
just spin like this right here.
Yeah, you can. It's made pretty sturdy.
Oh, that see that I ain't know it was gonna spin like that.
Hey, so fucking, you can put some power on it too. See what it does.
What we got? Oh shit, grub right off the back. What
Wow.
we got for him, Gabe?
You lucked out. That's like the best one.
That's the bet. Hold on. What's that right there?
What snacks does he want? Oh.
Wow, I wanted those the
Yo,
other day.
those are like
Starburst
super rare.
fruit roll up.
Oh shit! I
So-
don't even think I ever had this right here.
They're brand new. So
Yeah.
you got to basically tell us if it's gas or trash.
Yeah, try one for us and
Oh,
tell us.
alright.
Tell the TV.
Yeah.
The TV.
Let me see. I know I'm a little high right now too, so it might be automatically
What?
good.
Give us the most honest opinion.
Let me see what's going on here.
Gluten free.
What we doing? What we doing? Let me see.
I can tell already it might be gas. He's shaking his head, yes.
It's the red Starburst right here.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, gas.
This
Official?
is fire.
Wonderful.
This is fire right here.
Gas.
Where I got this from?
All right, gas it is. You can spin the wheel again.
Oh, we got to spin again?
Yeah. Oh, you get 3.
Oh,
So you never know.
Spin one more time.
Spin again? All right, you gotta use less power then.
2 times the charm.
Yeah.
That's power. What we got?
Okay, top 3 artists dead or
Top 3
alive.
dead or alive.
Top 3 artists dead or alive?
Yeah.
Damn, not hard. Only 3?
Well, okay, so I don't think you don't have to give us like of all time.
course,
maybe
Pop.
just now, like today, like for you, like it doesn't have to be like of all time. But your top 3 today, dead or alive.
Pop Smoke,
All right.
Bashar Jackson, Rah Swish.
Wow. That is
Okay.
an amazing top 3. All right, spin again.
Eat this candy.
Yeah, you can eat your fruit by the foot.
Spin again.
You have like a fucking magnet or
This
something.
guy's going crazy with the spins today.
Juju, spin for him.
No, go ahead.
What is it? Did he get shit grub again?
Yeah, go ahead. Give him. This is you're the only person
Wow.
who got 2 shit there.
I'm going to show you.
Before you
He's
break the
cashing out
here,
today.
put
He's
this shit
walking
away
away
before
with
you
all
break
the
the
food.
bank on us. Hold
I
on.
Y'all thought y'all was going to get me today.
Damn.
See?
That is crazy.
a
yeah.
lot
I
of
might have to
this
come
bitch.
back. Come trying to show
Yeah,
you.
you actually
Y'all
are
ain't
lucky.
even, listen, y'all ain't accomplished it.
He figured out the wheel.
He knew this shit was rigged right now. He hustled us. Some 3-car
crazy.
Monty shit right here.
What is
I
that
gotta
right
taste
there?
this cereal.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can, or you can just
Yeah.
tell us if you think it's fire.
I ain't never seen Kiss
we'll
the
take it.
cereal though. That's
I
crazy
ain't
though.
gonna do that like that. Let me see. It's crazy right here.
Got the sweet tooth.
This shit look like dog food.
Is it shaped like kisses?
Yeah, I guess
It's all
this is
like-
what it's
like a
supposed to
pyramid?
be. This shit look like a shit emoji. But
Give it a try.
If
Let
it's-
us know. We've never
Hey, what
tried
you
this
eating for
shit.
I
breakfast?
was gonna try one,
Okay.
but because I mastered the wheel, I'm gonna just try all of them.
All right. I respect
Appreciate you.
that. That's a good move. Do you want to wash it down with honey or?
That's a bad mix.
Yo, crazy part. We heard somebody said they eat their cereal with root beer. We was
Yes.
That's
I've
crazy.
never heard of that.
You know what this tastes like though? It tastes like Cocoa Puffs.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, then they're
So-
gas.
Like, yeah, good. Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs, yeah.
Regular,
Okay.
regular life
They
shit.
go.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even really eat cereal, so. But I'll give them a good rating because they're like Cocoa Puffs. I just
Okay.
eat them shits.
Word.
That's
Good
perfect.
cereal. Shout out to good cereal. When
Yeah.
you smack a bowl of cereal, go crazy.
That's the only
back
time I
to
eat
it.
cereal.
Get back into it when you smack.
What's your go-to?
Go-to cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Ooh,
He didn't have to think.
Go-to.
It was like
that's the official
Cinnamon
smacker
Toast
though
Crunch.
for sure.
Come in the house, little 4 in the morning.
that's
You
good.
roll up, gotta get some cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
This series, turn the game on if you still up. You already know
Definitely.
the good life.
So now that you got Woo Forever out, you're working on new music, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like, can you say how many tracks you got now? Like for a new project? Like how many songs you've made during this?
I mean, if I want to put a project out tomorrow, I could.
Oh, that's how much shit you got?
Yeah, like,
That's
I
fire.
got a lot of music. But,
And you said you're going to the studio tonight, right?
yeah.
That's fire.
But you feel me? You know, the next project gotta outdo the last project. So
Right.
I'm gonna just keep working and probably try to do another 30 to 40 songs and then pick from that pool. Like, all right, we're gonna
Right.
pick out a 12, 15 maybe. See what we're gonna do with them songs.
Okay.
I feel like you definitely, collaborated really well with Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like another artist that you think you would work well with, or one that you work well with that you want to have on the album?
Shit.
Or somebody you're working with now?
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you
mean-
could, if you could say it,
say.
like
Nah, we can't speak on that yet. It's still early. So it's still
It's too early?
Last shit just dropped. But, I mean, I feel like all of the wolves, like all the rappers, we got a chemistry. So, you
Right.
feel me? I don't know if you may have heard us together, but you will soon. So, you will see, you feel me? You'll probably get the same vibe as me and Pop and shit. Because, you feel me? You know, we all from the same hood. We do the same shit. So, we mesh well. And the studio is a good vibe. So, I feel like when you got that vibe in the studio, you automatically, your song have the chemistry because y'all vibing, y'all
Right.
smoking, chilling, cooling, whatever y'all doing. You feel me?
Right.
The music come out better when it's a better vibe.
Right.
Right.
It just feel better. It feel good music, man. That
Yeah.
shit matters for sure, for sure.
is there anything you kind of miss about like did you get to perform live and shit at all?
I mean, I did, but not at this rate.
Right.
So it's like that's really what I'm waiting on. Like me being this person I am today now, I'm ready to get out and perform and
Right.
hit all these little clubs and these little venues and just do the shows. And
Yeah.
shit.
Did you do a lot of performing before COVID? Like, had you performed a lot prior?
I mean, I did a lot with Pop. Like I went to a couple cities with Pop, but you feel me on my own shit. I
How
probably
was
did a
that
couple-
though?
Yeah. How do
That
you
shit
like
was crazy.
performing?
Just reminisce on that.
Yeah,
Like,
that shit is crazy. Like
Priceless moments, man. That feeling is
that's
crazy.
what I'm saying. I only hope my shit is like that because the times that we done had and shit that we done seen and experienced, I be like, nah, this shit is crazy. Like,
you can't even speak on it.
I mean, nah, certain shit you can speak on, but you feel me? A lot of that shit you be like,
It's just a good memory.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need that.
It's just a good time.
ah,
Yeah. And
That's
so
great stuff.
obviously, if let's pretend, I know it's not gonna fucking happen, but they get a vaccine tomorrow. Where the fuck do you want to perform, if you could?
shit. I don't know.
Anywhere,
Like,
off the
it's
top
just-
of your head.
Shit. All right, off the top of my head, if we gonna go off the top of my head, I'm going to Boston.
Oh shit. Okay.
Off the top of my head, just
Yeah.
because I've been there the most,
Okay.
and the reaction and love never changed.
Wow.
Dope.
So you feel me? I've been out there. I'm like,
Good
damn, this shit
energy.
is crazy. Like, and it'll be the same people. They act like they never seen you before. So it's like, you feel me? I ain't really get to tour like the whole U.S. to see like, well, this love is here. You feel me? But from where I have been, Boston really.
But you
They
said
go
you
crazy.
like it in Cali. How you like it? Why you like it so much down here? You just having a good time? It's just like
Yeah,
a
it's
good
like
vibe.
like you get to move around freely and shit. Like, and it's not overcrowded. Like New York is overcrowded
Yeah.
everywhere you go. So it's like out here it's more free. Like it's definitely too much traffic out here. I say that.
For sure, for
Way
sure.
too much traffic, but out here
Yeah.
it's just for me the air is different, the feel is different, and it's just like you for me you able
You
to
just
enjoy
chilling.
yourself. Yeah,
Has a
just
good
chilling.
smoke. You can get some good food. All that. Yeah, man.
definitely.
For sure, for sure. It's hot as fuck though.
Yeah. Fuck. Have you gotten to perform in Brooklyn?
We performed in Brooklyn before?
So never in Brooklyn.
Nah, it's not. It's
Wow.
not really no venues in Brooklyn. I think they just opened up. What's that shit on Flatbush? I don't remember what it's called, but they just opened this shit back up. It's not really too much venues in Brooklyn.
Right.
Only thing they be having is Powerhouse at the Barclay. And,
But that would obviously be a fucking crazy time for you, right?
yeah, nah. If I ever got to perform at Powerhouse, that'd definitely be crazy. Like that's what we working towards. Like we gonna get there.
Yeah, the
Right.
energy in there is crazy. I've been a few times and it's like I love it. I love to go there. It's great when
Yeah,
that
nah,
shit
yeah.
goes down.
That's just
Yeah.
like I already know that shit crazy. But I told myself I ain't never going to that shit till I'm performing. So I ain't never.
It's gonna be crazy.
Wow. That's a good rule. That's a good way to like motivate yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
I be on out a lot of shit like summer
Only way I'm
jam,
coming in there is
shit
with
like
my
Yeah.
artists. Like
Yeah,
you feel me?
like,
With
that
my
would be
crew, my
crazy.
niggas, we gonna come through in the back smoking.
yeah,
You already know.
yeah.
Pulling up in the truck. You already know.
So, do you have anything that you want to plug before we wrap this shit up? Do you want to? I mean, obviously, go stream the album.
Yeah, definitely go stream Woo Forever on all streaming platforms.
What's the best one that gets you paid the
Yeah,
best?
what gets you paid the most?
Shit.
Someone got the answer.
I don't even know. Like right now.
Just all of them. Just go fuck with
Tidal,
me.
fucking Spotify, everywhere.
I mean, yeah, Apple Music.
Just run it
Okay,
up.
there you
Apple
go.
Music and Spotify. Those
There
my
you
two
go.
favorites right there. They treat me nice. And checks is nice.
All right, there you
Apple
go.
Music and Spotify.
There you
Okay.
go.
Streaming on every platform.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We going crazy.
And where can we have people follow you to stay like tapped in with you?
Follow me on Instagram at Rah Swish. Follow me on Twitter at Real Rah Swish. That's about it, man. So Wu
That's it.
Takeover. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Going crazy forever.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, thank you very much for tapping in with us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell. We're tapping out.
Woo.
Back on that X. Back on that X. Back on that X.